It is a story of a shepherd boy. His name was Santiago. He had a dream of a hidden treasure digged up somewhere in the pyramids of Egypt. He was puzzled and fascinated. After all, it was a dream of a hidden treasure. He went to an old woman who can understand the language of dreams. She told him, I can interpret your dream, but you have to swear you will share one tenth of the treasure with me. The boy agreed that he would. Old woman interpreted, your dream is real. It exists. You must go to the pyramids of Egypt. The boy continues his journey as a shepherd, traveling new cities and meeting new people while thinking about the words he heard from the old woman. One day, he met another person, a king, who was on travel alone. King inspires the boy to pursue his dream. King says, when you are young, knows your destiny. Everything is clear and everything is possible. You are not afraid to dream. But as time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince you that it will be impossible for you to realize your destiny. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. The shepherd boy reflects on his own experiences when people come to his way to talk to him about their ambitions. One day they will travel the world. But the reality is, the day they secure everything in life, another fear takes over their dream of traveling the world. The boy decided to pursue his dream. He sails all his ship and starts his journey in search of the treasure. On the very first day, in Africa, a thief stole all the shepherd's money, everything that he had saved in his entire life so far. He became very afraid and decided to quit at that moment, and anyhow just wanted to go back home. But to do that, he needed some money. He got a job as a salesman in the shop of a crystal merchant. His experience in selling crystals taught him many lessons about life. The shop he was working in, it was at the top of the hill. He noticed that people who are visiting the hill, they don't have any sort of refreshment liquid there. The boy applied an idea, selling hot tea to the tourist at the hill. It was a very successful idea and made both the merchant and the boy rich within a year. Now the boy had enough money to go back home. But somehow he was unable to give up his dream. He thought he could always go back and become a shepherd or a salesman again, something he had done very successfully. Both of these things became a safety net for his future. But this opportunity of pursuing his dream, he won't get it again. It made him so happy, energetic, and enthusiastic. Again, he started his journey in the search of hidden treasure digged up in the pyramids of Egypt. He joined the Karwa, crossing the Sahara Desert towards Egypt, where he met an Englishman who was studying to become an alchemist. Alchemist is someone who has the ability to convert any metal into gold. The Englishman shared his life journey and inspired the boy to continue his journey every time he looks depressed. Because it was a very long journey, anything could happen in the desert. They could be cheated by desert robbers. A lot of time, Karwa had to stop because of tribal violence and wars in the desert. These things are common when you travel through the desert. During one of the tribal wars, the Karwa decided to stay in a village, Oasis, where both the boy and the Englishman met an alchemist who was 200 years old, who has the ability to convert any metal into gold. Englishman decided to stay in the village and to continue his study. Again, Karwa started its journey towards Egypt. Alchemist joins the Karwa and accompanied the boy. The boy is very close to the pyramids of Egypt. Alchemist told the boy, "You have got to find the treasure so that everything you have learned along the way can make sense." The boy thought he had discovered things on his journey that no other shepherd in the world would have seen. He left as a shepherd, then as a successful salesman in order to pursue his dream. And now he is in the desert. Alchemist left the boy when he was just 3 hours away from the pyramids. The boy thanked him for his teachings and guidance and left. After a few hours of riding his horse, he reached the pyramids and the place where the treasure was digged up. His eyes were full of tears. He thanked God for making him believe in his destiny and for leading him to meet a king, a merchant, an Englishman, and an alchemist. He started digging up the place throughout the night and found nothing. Nothing was there. His hands were exhausted, and suddenly he heard some footsteps. "What are you hiding?" A group of desert robbers who beat him very crucially, robbed all his money. The boy told them everything about his dream of a hidden treasure. They all laughed at him. The leader of the group told the boy about his dream of a treasure in the fields of Spain. For the leader, it was a stupid idea. He didn't start his journey for the treasure. He shook the boy and said, "You are not going to die. You will live." Because they beat him very badly and he was half conscious. The boy woke up. There was no treasure in the pyramids of Egypt. He paused and looked at the pyramids. They were huge in size, with beautiful architecture and beyond his imagination. I think no shepherd in the world would have seen the pyramids of Egypt. He laughed and laughed. He reminded himself of one of the lessons taught by the alchemist. Now he knows where the treasure is. He arrived in Spain, the same place exactly explained by the leader of the desert robbers. He started digging up the place, and an hour later, he had before him a box of Spanish gold coins. It's true, life is generous to those who pursue their destiny, the boy thought. He remembered his promise of giving 1/10 of his treasure to the old woman. He smiled and reflected on the lessons he had learned on his way in search of the treasure and move. I would like to end it with a quote from Wings of Fire. It says,
इससे पहले मैं चाहूँ कुछ हो जाए, ये ज़रूरी है मेरे अंदर उसकी पूरी शिद्दत से ख्वाहिश हो और यकीन हो कि वो होगा।
and I wish you the same for you.